Hi, welcome again, and in this lecture I'll show you how to add another layer to this map. Currently we have two layers. We have the base map, which are map tiles by map box, you can see here, and the data are served by OpenStreetMap. And you also have your custom layer as well, which is a layer containing circle markers. So in GIS, Geographic Information Systems, these are referred to as layers. Now I'd like to add a third layer to my map. That will be a polygon layer. So this current layer with markers, this can be referred to as a point layer. You also have line layers and polygon layers. So with points are better to represent locations, and you have lines. Lines are best for representing geographical features which resembles lines, such as roads and rivers. And then we have polygons. Polygons are best to represent areas. So for instance, in this lecture, what I'll show you is how to add a polygon layer that represents world population by country. So countries are represented as areas, and what we're going to do is each of the countries will have a specific color which will indicate the population of that country. So points for locations, lines for lines, and polygons for areas. Now, of course, you need to have some data to create a polygon layer. Just like as we did with markers, we had some data in CSV in text format, and then we use those data, we open them with pandas, and then we iterated through those lines of the data, and we added the markers to the map. Now, for polygons, the way to add polygons via folium is by using the folium.GeoJson method. So basically, let me make some space here. The way this would work is you want to add to feature group the variable here. You want to add a child, which will be a folium.GeoJson object. So this is the method with brackets here that creates a GeoJSON object. And for GeoJSON data, we will use this world.json file. You can find this attached in this lecture. Let me explain what this is, but careful, don't open it on an Atom, because if your computer is a bit slow, your Atom may crash. So try to open it with a lighter editor, such as Notepad, for instance, or Cat on Linux terminal or Mac. Anyway, this is the JSON file. You can refer to it as JSON or GeoJSON. Actually, GeoJSON is a special case of JSON. Basically, the format is always the same. It starts with curly brackets, and basically it contains a string which is like a Python dictionary with keys and values. Keys, key, and value. Where this curly bracket ends, somewhere here, I believe, if I'm not wrong. No, this one ends in here. Yeah. And then you have the other key, geometry. So what is geometry? Well, the type of geometry is multi-polygon. So basically you have these kind of attributes that describe the data. Type multi-polygon coordinates. So this is now starting to describe the features, the polygons. So these are the coordinates of the first polygon that will be displayed on the map. Let's say this is one specific country, and that's Antigua and Barbuda. Yeah, a small country, but anyway. And these are the coordinates that will determine the location of that polygon in your map. So basically, folium will read all this information, and it will decide where to put the polygons. And then you can also use other attributes of this, such as population, which is here. Yeah, you'll use this population value to put a color for that population. And so on and so forth. You have all countries of the world in this JSON file. So spend a few minutes looking at this file to understand its structure, and in the next lecture I'll go ahead and load the JSON file into Python and display the polygon layer. See you there.